Hello, my name is Frank. I'm here at the Bogan Park in Gwinnett County. As I have mentioned on my previous videos, the Gwinnett County in the year 2008 won the Golden Award for having the best park system in the United States, beating out Las Vegas and Fort Worth, Texas. This particular park, Bogan Park, has 83 acres, has an indoor aquatic center with competition and leisure play pools, has a double gym, has an indoor badminton court, has an outdoor basketball court, has a dance studio, has a classroom, has 7-field baseball and softball complex, has a football field overlay, has a sand volleyball courts, has pavilions, has playgrounds, has restrooms, and 2 miles of trails. And as you can see, I'm standing on the trail right now. And has many grills, so if you're in the neighborhood you might stop by. It's a wonderful park, and I hope you enjoy our walk together today. This is the community center over in the distance. I will start today's walk right here by the parking lot at the 1 mile. I'm starting my walk right here by the parking lot, and it will stretch down. We have our first park bench on the left as the trail starts to slope downward. The trail now slopes downward and to the right as it twists around. We are still headed downward and to the right. Probably the best time to walk this park is early in the morning when you have the shade. Now the trail goes downward and then upward a bit. Now the trail goes uphill. Now we come to our first park bench here on the left. Now the trail slopes downward and then it twists a little bit to the right. Now we come to the 0 mile marker. Now the trail goes up a hill just a bit. We come now to the 1/10 mile marker on the left side. This trail goes over some kind of dam here where there's a pond that's dried up. There's a large boulder here on the side if a person wanted to sit down on it. We are now started upward on the hill here. Good morning. We have a side trail here on the left. I'm not sure where it goes, but we're going to stay on the main trail. We are now getting into a straightaway as we get into an open area at this point. We are walking on fairly level ground now. We are passing another parking lot, and this one is situated by the baseball diamond. We are passing the 3/10 mile marker here on the left. Now the trail curves around to the right, and then it goes downhill at that point. Now the trail breaks into a soft surface trail called path number 3, but I'm going to stay on the main hard surface trail at this point. These are the rules of the trails. Now the surface of the trail changes from like a concrete to a blacktop surface. At this point the trail goes upward on this new softer surface. We are now going through broadleaf tree forest with some pine trees intermixed. Now the trail breaks into the open with a few shade trees along the side. Now the trail breaks into a straightaway here in the open. We come to another park bench situated here on the right. I think I'll take a light lemonade. Now the trail breaks into a straightaway over a small hill here. We have another park bench here on the right. We now come to a split in the trail, and I'm going to stay on the main trail. The trail now curves around to the right and then goes up a small hill. Looks like there's a soft trail that goes to the left here. It calls path number 3. We come down to a small lake with a really neat reflection. We have a park bench right against the water's edge. The trail goes by a pavilion up on the other side of the bushes here. The trail splits to path 1. It goes to the playground and the pavilion. I think I'm going to stay on the main trail and go straight ahead and then up the hill. We have some flowers along the trail. Now the trail goes upward onto a small hill. Thank goodness we finally got into the shade. Now we're into a mixed forest of pine trees. Now we come to this curve. It goes left and then up a hill. We come down to the 7/10 mile marker here on the left. These trees in the park are very tall, giving very good shade. The trail now curves to the right and up a bit. The trail now curves uphill and then to the left. I just told the ladies I passed how to find all my other videos on YouTube. The trail does a little break here with I can go either left or right. I think I'm going to stay on the main trail and go left at this point in time. We have a lot of dandelions here on the side of the trail. We finally come to a shade tree here as we go around the curve and uphill a bit. There's a playground on the right side of the trail. We have a pavilion right here beside the playground. Now the trail breaks, and I'm going to stay on the main trail straight ahead instead of taking the left. The trail to the left says path number 1. It's only 9:18 in the morning and already getting very warm. I come now to another mile marker, the 9/10 of a mile marker. The path breaks to the left and right. I'm going to take the left part of the trail. We are now nearing the end of the trail by the community center. Here's a sign on the sidewalk saying keep right. Trail now slopes downward and to the right. We are now headed downward on the trail and to the right. Hello. I hope you enjoyed our walk together today. It got a bit hot there on the end. It's almost 10 o'clock at this point, so my advice is to get here early if you possibly can, because otherwise you got a mile in open sun. In the morning, though, the trees shield the trail in a shadow, so it's a good time to walk. Be sure to walk in the morning, or bring a good umbrella and hat, of course. And if you get hungry while you're here, not too far down the road, 2 miles in fact, is the giant Mall of Georgia, and it has a gigantic food court inside, so you can eat there if you should get hungry. So thanks again for joining me on today's hike. Have a good day.